let me talk to people on Facebook and Instagram. Hi, Facebook and YouTube. As you know, I come here every day from 5 p.m. every Monday on the Ask Deek show. So whatever questions you have, feel free to ask the questions in the comments column. So guys, Instagram, Facebook, you know how the show happens, you know how it works. So make sure you ask the question, whatever you have. I come here every day just to give these answers. If you don't have any answers, I'm all good, right? Hi, Mahalakshmi on Facebook. I think you picked Facebook. That is really great. So feel free to ask your questions in the question section. There's a lot of wave I'm getting. Let me respond to all those waves. So there is so many shows which we are doing. So every Monday is the Ask Deek show. So if you have any questions, Instagram on the question section. If it's on Facebook, YouTube, in the comments column, and I'm going to answer. If there's no questions, I know my job is done. That's my objective at the end of the day, right? Hi, Vishal. Thanks a lot for joining in. Instagram, Facebook, I can see only Mahalakshmi's hi. So thanks a lot, Mahalakshmi, for joining in. So feel free to ask your question. How am I? I'm always positive and rocking. I don't have anything else to say more than that. I'm in a condition to please people and put them first. I'm getting in trouble managing my time and boundaries with cousins living in a safe house. So let me talk about that. We all have people, right? And obviously they are going to put their needs first, regardless of whatever you do in life. At the end of the day, people will have their priorities kept first. So your point, what you got to do is can I help them or not? I always tell people, do because you love doing it, full stop. Never ever any overdo stuff, because when you tend to overdo stuff, there are chances you're going to get misused with time. So what you need to do is plan it out in such way that you build up, or you work on yourself. So at the end of the day, your things first, right? If you don't take care of yourself, no one in the world is ever going to take care of someone else, right? So first you take care of yourself. When you have that additional time, do and help people because you love helping them, full stop. And that gets over there. I hope, Shamima, I saw your question on the comments column, so that's the reason I picked it. Facebook, YouTube. Hi, Simply Clever, joining on YouTube. You know, as you know, I have Instagram happening here on my screen, and I have Facebook and YouTube happening straight. So I'm just trying to myself learn how to do both together. I think that was much more better where I do more together. But if you guys, Instagram, really want to enjoy, come on Facebook and YouTube. Right there, you will see me on a much wider screen than Instagram. Questions on the question section, Instagram. I got a lot of hi. Thanks a lot. Hi, Deeps. Thanks a lot for joining in. Tanya joined. Thanks a lot for joining in, guys. It means a lot. You spend your precious time with me. So further added by Shamima, I feel guilty and anxious, started overthinking. If I don't do things for others, I used to do it. Now, why do overthinking happen? I always say that because you have a lot of free time. When you have a lot of free time, what do? You think and think and think and think. There is nothing to feel guilty about. You have a physical capacity, you have a mental capacity. What you can do your best and then move on with it. Because if you hold on to this and have this guilt feeling about you used to do and now you don't, your health is more important or satisfying other people is more important. Understand the difference. At the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself. So understand that difference and then start working onto it. I hope, Shamima, I have answered the question. So that's great. I got a lot of waves here. Thanks a lot for all the waves here, guys. Hi, Rekha. Hi, Rockstar Shiba. Thanks a lot for joining in. Okay, so I got a question on Facebook now. So I'm going to move on Facebook and talk for some time over there. Whatever questions, Instagram on the question section, or come to Facebook and feel free to ask. Mahalakshmi says on Facebook is that I used to study in silence. Now the situation is not possible in the lockdown. How do you study in this one? So let's do it this way. If you're used to studying in silence, the only next best option is to bring out the silence in your surrounding. If you have your room, closed room, or tell your family that you are serious in studies and get that surrounding back again. Because if you're focused on silence, you need that silent study. or else I really don't know if it is practical or not. There are silent reducer headphones. If you have that headphones, put that on and then study, right? Because if you're used to silent studies, you need that surrounding setup. So one thing is, tell your parents, I need to study, this is the time. Other thing what you can do is get up early in the morning or sleep late in the night, where your parents or the whole family is quiet and silently sleeping. That is the other next best time to study. So there's many ways to figure out how you want to get that studies through. So what you need to do is work it up from that point of view and find a way how I can get silence into that family, into your surroundings, and you have to study, right? There's no other way. Or you need to get used to the noise, start practicing with that noise. For me, I sometimes listen to music and study, right? For me, disturbance is there. For me, it doesn't affect as long as I'm studying, right? So make sure you create that environment, and that way you will figure out your life. I hope I've cleared out that silence issue. You can stop overthinking by playing brain games. Yes, see, whatever game you play, you can do it, right? But at the end of the day, give mind to do good things, automatically it is going to stop thinking, right? And not stop thinking, it's going to keep thinking with time, right? But positively. So Harsh, hi, welcome here. Now Rati has asked a question on YouTube. So that's really great. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube together. I think it is good. Guys on Instagram, just let me know if you're happy with me doing it, Facebook and YouTube together. If you're not feeling that, maybe I can split Instagram and YouTube. But I think doing it all together brings us all together into that family, right? So that adds benefit. It makes my easy also. So let me take the question from Rati. How to increase network? Is friendship necessary for that, or do normal meeting works? How do you think should? Okay, so first of all, you should know, why do you want to increase your network? There should be a valid reasoning to increase your network. Now, if you increase your network and they don't add any benefit for you, it is useless for you to make this network, because it's going to work against you. So if you have a network with drunkard people, I'm telling you, you have to start drinking to be a part of their system. So make sure you don't do that. Now, is friendship necessary? That's the next question. Friendship, when I tell about friendship, it is all about mutual benefit, right? When two people come together, when you have mutual benefit, that is what true friendship is. If someone is winning and someone is losing, then it's a different ball game, because it is no more friendship, it is like a contract. So make sure you don't get into contract with friends. Wherever there's mutual benefit is where true friendship is. If there's no mutual benefit, step out of it. At the end of the day, what is networking? You know someone and the person can help you to get something. That is purely networking. Now, how many people you need? If you have the most strongest person in your city and he knows you and has a relationship, you don't need any other additional friend. So make sure you do that and work it up from that, right? Hi, Rashmika. Thanks. So hi, Alone King on Instagram, right? So I hope, Rati, I've answered that question. Let me see what's on Instagram. Instagram, I don't get any questions on the question section. Thanks a lot for anyone. But anyways, you're signing in. Why can't I remember whatever I've done in my past? Asked by Hriday Baruach 27. Why can't you forget? Why do you actually forget? Let's make it very simple. You tend to remember things what is important for you. You tend to remember things what is important for you. So whatever you do in life, if it is important for you, you'll remember. Do you ever forget your name? No. Do you ever forget your birth date? No. Do you ever forget your mother, father's name? No. Do you forget the best birthday party which you had in your life? No. Whatever is important, you will never forget. Whatever is not important, you will forget, right? So make sure you understand that difference, and make sure you find the importance of what you're trying to learn and work it from that point. Automatically, you will start understanding, right? So Instagram, there's more questions piling up on Facebook and Instagram. Alok Bahindra is asking, how to stop regretting with any moment? Go and find out the reality of the situation. Okay, Hriday, you got the answer. All thanks to God for that. So as I told you, right, it's much more better to be on YouTube and Facebook. There I can have more control. Instagram, I know you're asking this question, but I'll try my best to answer it, right? So let me do this. How to stop regretting at any moment? First of all, why do you feel regret? You have this feeling that you have done something wrong. When you have this feeling that you have done something wrong, technically what happens on the longer run is that you will to have this regret. Oh, this thing has happened wrong. What about Insta? I'm on Insta also, right? But it's much more visually, much more better, because Insta you have to see like that. YouTube, Facebook, you can see this way. It's much more better. The questions also shows up when I ask the questions also, right? But I will be there on both channels. I'm going to talk on YouTube and Facebook. This is something new I'm trying. As you all know, I'm experimenting a lot of things together. I'm experimenting and trying out various things to make the show much more better. So that's the reason I thought, let me bring both Instagram and Facebook together so everyone benefits at the end of the day. There's a certain audience on Facebook and YouTube. There's a certain audience on Instagram. So let's all do it. Now, how to overcome regret? Go and find the truth of the situation. When you go and find the truth of a situation, automatically you are going to build it up from there, right? So truth of the situation is, why did this happen to me? Is it because of my incapabilities? Is it because the other person is much more stronger than me? So then you start focusing on improving or start focusing on learning. Then again, you don't have any regret. Regret is when you say that, oh, I've done this mistake and my life is done. Your life is not done. Most of the people who I'm talking to are young people. Most of the people I'm talking, you have a lot of 10, 20 years to go further on. So make sure you focus on that. And that way, it is going to benefit everyone and regretting won't come. Regret is when you feel you have done something wrong. Every regret is a learning experience. Every mistake, what happens, everything wrong happens to you is a learning experience. So make sure you get that experience and start improving. Regret can only be overcome by you making changes to your life. If you keep doing the same thing, the regret keeps building up. Make sure you don't do that, right? I hope I've answered the question there. Now there's a question from Subi. Okay, so the question from Subi, how to get rid of negativity? Okay, let's make it simple. You have an experience, right? Whatever experience happens to your life, you either say it's negative or you say the opposite. As I keep telling you is that negativity normally happens because somewhere around you have to bring some changes to your life. You have to bring some experiences in life. So that is why this negative thing is happening into your life. So what you need to do is that, as I said previously, it is not how to get rid of it. It is what changes you need to make so that this negative doesn't feel like negative for you. For example, someone is going to really irritating you, right? When someone is irritating you, you feel it's negative. If you know how to win over the irritation part of it, would you ever feel negative about it, right? No. And that is how you got to overcome that, right? I hope I have answered the question. There is an Instagram guy. Okay, so the next question is asked by Rockstar Siba, sorry. Rockstar Siba on Instagram. How mutual understanding from is someone don't want to talk? You can't have a mutual understanding. When on the other party, if not willing to talk, you can never have a mutual understanding. But what you need to do is that if that person is important for you, if that person makes a lot of difference for you, what you need to do is that talk to that person from a topic which they like, or talk to find ways how they're going to open up, or find ways how they're going to make a meaning to your life, meaning to them, right? So don't go and talk your point of view. Start talking from their point of view. And when you start talking from their point of view, maybe they will listen. And you got to keep trying until they open. Tell a couple of stories, tell a couple of, various other things, and then you build it up from there. Right? I hope I've answered the question. Let me go on YouTube now. YouTube. I think I have a question on Instagram, my Mahalakshmi. So sometimes I'm driven by negative happiness. Like if someone pranks someone, I also start laughing. I know that is wrong. I control it. But then without my knowledge, I start laughing how to overcome it. So I think Mahalakshmi knows a lot of my contents, right? She's the one she's just working on my podcast right now. So basically all my live shows she has complete access to, because she's splitting up into different parts. So, as you know, she does a great volunteering job throughout the system which we do, right? And she has volunteered to split our podcast. So she's asking a relative question to what she has listened to. So let me give you a good overview of what she's talking about of negative happiness. There's two types of happiness, what I have understood here, right? One is negative happiness and one is positive happiness, right? So when you say negative happiness and positive happiness is when a baby is crying, you go and help and give happiness to the baby, and the baby becomes happy. That is positive happiness. Negative happiness when someone falls and you start laughing, or when someone falls, which is, or if I fall down, if something this TV falls forward, I'm telling you, many people will laugh, ha 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 ha, this great speaker, or whatever happened has it on it. So she's talking about it. So what has happened is that when someone pranks on people, you also tend to laugh, and she thinks that it's negative. Yes, it's negative one way. So how to overcome that? First thing is, have a relation with the person who's getting pranked. I'll tell you something. If your mother or father is pranked, would you feel like laughing? If your really loved ones are pranked, would you feel like laughing? Mostly the answer is no. Because you love that person, you have a special. Now, when you prank on outsiders, you feel like they are not a part of your system. So that way, you are going to basically laugh at people, right? If it's your most loved ones in this prank, would you laugh? No. How dare they did it to my family? That is the attitude. So if you see everyone as your brother and sister, would you start laughing? No. But then it's human nature to do it, because you see a lot of comedy shows, you see a lot of shows on TV where they prank people and you enjoy that. So it is that indirect entertainment which you have built up with time that is having an after effect. So stop watching those types of shows where people make fun of other people or prank someone. So you laugh. So when you have a real life prank, that is when you start working it out. I hope, Mahalakshmi, I have given the answer. Hi, Aisha. Thanks a lot for signing in. There's a question from Ujwal. What's that question? If someone feels old for us and comments rovers, what is it? If someone feels jealous, okay, jealous of me and comments wrong word on our post, what do you do? Very good question. Let's make it very simple. I always tell people, always think that you're sitting on top of an elephant. Let the dogs bark. Does it make any difference? Now, if you put a post, someone comes a negative post, you can delete the post also. It is not compulsory. You have to keep their comment into your stream. Right? So when someone does something, automatically it works out from that way. So when someone does something, stop. Do I need to get reacting to it? If no, delete that post. There are so many negative feedbacks which I get. People get really frustrated with things what I'm saying. Delete that comment. It's not compulsory to keep the comment there and say, oh, why he told. Whatever step you take in life. So if you are taking one step, I'm telling you, everyone has look at a back step and start hitting you. So make sure you understand that difference. It's good. Mahalakshmi, you used to watch those types of shows. So we build an autopilot by that. So when that happens, so stop watching these shows and then work it out, right? I hope, Ujwal, I have given you that answer. Now let me take a question from Harsh. Oh, Harsh is a long time. I never saw him. Why is faith more stronger than truth? See, for me, truth, positivity is the strongest. That will show up or come up with time, right? Now, when you talk about faith, it is not stronger than truth. It is just a part of truth, because you have taken some actions towards what you are faithful to. That brings the truth out, right? It's not one is stronger and one is weaker. At the end of the day, truth is what is supreme. That is where it's going to stand. But what you do is that when you take these positive actions, you build a faith. And when you start building a faith on those positive actions, only then the truth comes out. I hope, Harsh, I have answered that question some way, right? I really don't know what you define clearly by what is your meaning of faith? What is your meaning of truth? Because different people can mean different ways in truth also, right? And faith. So I hope I've answered that question. Let me take a YouTube question from Alok. Why we want to control everything? Because in past our answer doesn't even think about controlling this and controlling that. Then why are we thinking like that? See, we always want to control because you think that when you control, you have power, right? But what you don't understand is that the true power is when you leave the things free and let the world come back to you when they're ready for you. That is true power. You can control a lot of people because at a certain age you can control, at a certain power you can control, but then what happens after your power goes? You lose control, right? Hi Sneha, thanks a lot for joining in. So yeah, the Instagram, I really come to know who's joining in and who is sending me wishes. That's the reason I'm commenting. Facebook, YouTube, I have no idea who is. If you comment, I will come to know you are there. And Facebook, YouTube, whoever is watching, feel free to like the show so that it circulates within the system, right? Hi Kishore, hi Zovar. So back to the question. So controlling everything, it is not human nature. It is because you want power, you want to control everything. The funniest part is people even try to control their mind. I say like it is a waste of time to actually control your mind. So just leave it free to think. So how do you truly control your mind? Leave it free to think, give it positive things to think. Automatically your mind becomes free. You become free because you're all filled up with this positivity. I hope, Alok, you said thank you so much, that means I have given you that answer. Right? There's a lot of questions coming on Facebook. So how you look good, attractive like always, good, handsome and energetic. You're asking about me? Okay, I don't know. If you believe on positivity, I would say all thanks to God first. But if you believe on positivity, all you need to do is that energy will start vibrating with time. And when that energy starts vibrating with time, you will feel that. It is not how you look, it is what you present yourself. It is the energy which you give out. Rather than if I stand like this and talk to you, I look like a horrible guy, right? So it's not about that. It is your heart which beats, which makes you attractive. Looks have nothing to do with attractiveness. It is your heart which has to do with attractiveness. So make sure you get your heart purified and it makes it easy. So I've answered Facebook, I've answered Instagram. Now let me go back to Instagram here. I'm loving this multitasking. What's this question from She-holic? She-holic, how much importance or attention should we give to someone who we didn't want to lose at any situation? Now, my point is only give person the attention for what they are worth for. If you go and give attention more than what they are worth for, that relationship will get spoiled with time. Point number one. The other thing is don't hold on to these relationships, because if you hold on to a relationship which needs a lot of attention for you, they can misuse you with time. So free that relationship and see if it still stays back with you or not. Because if you hold on to it really strong, you're going to change your character, which is giving over attachment, over attention, which could build up with time. So make sure you don't do that. And that way life becomes all positive, right? So there's tons of questions. So let me take the questions in the question section. Okay, Juhi is asking, positive evening. I like that. That's what I like. I want to change this good morning, good evening, and all to positive evening, positive morning, because good, yeah, it's fine, but positive, it's cool. Right? Both are same at the end of the day, but I just want to make a shift because many people say good morning just for the sake of good morning. Hi, good morning. Hey, good evening. Hey, they even send messages. Oh, good morning. Every morning they send a good morning message. Are they feeling good? If you're feeling good, send a good morning. If you're not feeling good, don't go and send a good morning to the world just to get a response back. Good morning, right? Can I please get a call time? I have some questions to ask. Oof, this is a personal call. Huh? Okay. So Juhi, just message me. I don't know. I actually talked to you. I remember talking to you. Just message me, and then for sure we will figure out something. I don't know if you want to be a part of the video call. As you know, yesterday there was a conference call which I did on Sunday where you can be a part of this and work it out from that point. Zoar, I really don't know what your question was. How is fighting with enemies? That's your question. But asked by Zoar on Instagram. See, I'll tell you something. At the end of the day, whenever you fight, always remember that you're losing your energy. Whenever you fight, someone is losing energy, and normally you are losing the energy. First of all, don't see as enemies. That is the biggest issue which people have. Enemies are someone challenging you what your strength is and what your weakness is. So make sure you understand that and start growing with time. It is when you start growing is when your enemies begin to lose. It is not when you're fighting. Start growing, start improving, start being a good human being. I'm telling you, with time, your enemies will lose. It is better to fight that battle of growth rather than countering with that. Because when you fight with your enemies, you lose your resources. He also loses your resources. But my point is, use that resources to grow. So that way is how you fight with enemies, not a direct battle. I hope, Zohar, I've answered your question to your satisfaction. So let me take another question on YouTube. How to control emotions with family members is a problem, but you can't do anything about it. It doesn't let me do our job as normal because of sadness. Now, when you say family members, I really don't know. Are you including outsiders, or are you just focusing on mother, father, brother, sister? I would assume you're talking about mother, father, brother, sister. Now, here what happens is that is in problems. So how to control emotion with family members is in problems, and you can't do anything about it. You can't see, okay, now he's asking in a different perspective. His family is in problems and he can't control his emotion. At the end of the day, each person around this world, let it be your closest mother, father, have a certain experience which they are going to get, have a certain life experience which is going to go through. You getting emotionally attached with it just makes you weaker. Your point is, how can I support them emotionally? If you can't physically help them, if you can't bring that change, at least you can hug them and tell them, I am there for you, or support them from that point of view. Because sometimes you don't have that power to bring those changes to those emotions, that effect which is happening, the parents which is suffering or the family which is suffering. For them, all you can do is to hug it through and give that emotional support. And when you have and give that emotional support, you have done your duty, and that's the best you can do. Focus on that, and life will start being positive, right? There's a big question from Aisha. What's that? Let me click it on. What's Aisha's question? I've just pinned it. Sir, I want to tell you, please manifest positive books. What's that? One second. What is Aisha's question? I can't go more. Why can't I go more? I want to tell you, please manifest positivity books, and which will affect on those people who are facing a lot of problem by their own situation. Maybe that book will make them to create. I know I will have to write the book. I have a lot of content to write in my book, but then the thing is, I really don't know how to work around and get this book published, and that's a long stuff to do. So I'm still thinking about how to work it around. There's a lot of content which I have. I can always convert to a book, but I'm just waiting for opportunities to people to tell me, sir, I'll take care of this book. You give me the content, and remaining I'll take care. As you know, my stuff all around what I do is based on volunteering. Whoever wants to volunteer in support of spreading positivity, drop me a message and we can always work it out. There is so many people translating stuffs for us. There is so many people who's audio editing for us, right? Right now I've started converting all my audios into text, right? And do it from there, right? So that's what I do. So when I'm ready to write the book, or I have the content to share with people, if they are ready to know, tell me how to create a book and send it across, right? There's many ways to do it. I don't have the time to do it. I would rather talk to the person and solve that problem, right? I hope, Aisha, I have answered that question. Sneha, yes, I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing YouTube, and there. I would always say it's best to view me, is best to view on Facebook and YouTube, where you can see me on a squarer platform, no, rectangle platform. If you want to be Instagram, you can always be in Instagram. Good evening, Palak. So let me take one question here. So Rati got the answer. That is great. Let me find someone new now asking me a question. Okay, Juhi, all thanks to God. Just text me, then we can see how you want to talk and how you. Okay, next question is asking how to overcome thinking of what others think, and also how to ignore if they taunt you. You can never ever figure out what other people are thinking. You can never ever. You are not a supreme being that you can just look into people's eyes and then find out, oh, this is what the person is thinking. So stop thinking what other people are thinking, because you have no clue when they're going to change their thinking, at what second they're changing. Same way, I can never tell you what you're thinking about me, right? But if I find it out also, in the next second, your thinking will change again and it'll work against me also, right? And then how to taunt people at the end of, not taunt people, you got to understand here is that is when someone taunts you and you feel bad about it, it's because of this huge self-respect which you have built it upon your own. So drop this self-respect. If someone calls you a dog, you don't become a dog. That's the best example I tell everyone. If someone calls you a dog, do you become a dog? No, but you have the self-respect of human being, that I'm a human being, I have to be respected in a certain way. And if they don't respect you in a certain way, that is not fair. And that is when you feel bothered about, right? So I always say, always think you're sitting on top of an elephant. Let the dogs bark. Just smile at the dog and say hello to the dog and move on to your track, right? So I hope I've answered that question. This is a very serious question asked by one person. Let me answer that. Why can't I pick that question? Okay, picked it. So the question asked is by Sarvesh Kuriki. So what can a girl do if she got sexual abuse from her own family, like brother-in-law? Okay, so when you say brother-in-law, there is various factors and various relationship included over here. Because when you say brother-in-law, obviously your sister is married to him. So my personal suggestion, if something happens to that extent, is have a closed discussion with your sister first. Get this point very clear. Don't go and tell your parents directly. That would crack the whole thing up. So your first point, if something like that happens when you're sexually abused by your brother-in-law, the first point you have to do is go and talk to your sister. Have a close conversation and tell him that this is what has happened. This is what is, things have changed. My brother-in-law have done all this thing. Sister, what's your point of view? What do I need to do in this situation? And next thing she might say, no, he's not like that. There are things, beyond that. Maybe he did it by mistake. You are taking him wrong. Explain the whole scenario from her and tell her this is what happened. Are you going to support me and help me and make him understand these things are not right? And see it from that point of view first. If your sister just closes you down and thrashes you down, then you have no other choice than to inform to your mother first, not your father, your mother first. You tell to your mother and try to get a feedback from her, what she feels about this whole situation, right? Now, when you say sexual abuse, there's a different level of sexual abuse a person can do to you. It depends on what level he has done that abuse to you too, right? So then you take it, if your mother also says, just stay quiet, shut it down, never do that. Most of the mistakes what girls do is, when they are sexually abused, they tend to shut down because the force tries to shut them down. I know many girls who have been abused at a very young age. still carrying that hurt in the heart. I talked to literally a girl face to face. She got abused by her own uncle. And then she didn't cry. After that experience, she didn't cry for another 15 years of her life. And after talking to me, she then and there started crying, right? So what you need to do is take that proper channel, first your sister, then your mother, and let someone take action, because the action has to be taken. Because if the action is not taken, he's going to keep repeating it, right? Next other thing, when this sexual abuse was happening, that was the first thing. Because many girls, what happens is that when that sexual abuse is happening, they tend to relate to that person, and sometimes they just stay quiet and this thing is actually happening. Never ever, whenever there's someone or any relationship crossing their limit, shout, so that that person stays back. Because I'll tell you something, someone who's doing something wrong or a sexual abuse kind of a thing, make sure you make it public during that situation. Because during that situation, you control it. Maybe it's a shout, the guy just goes away and you're safe, right? So that is what you got to do. And make sure you take that necessary action which is needed through the proper channel. Sister first, mother first, then father. See if everyone is informed and then take it from there, right? I hope Sarvesh, Kriki, I really don't know what the girl is going through, what her scenario is. You just asked me a general question. I just gave you a general answer. Because for me, when someone asks me a general question, I give a general answer. When someone gives a specific question, I give a specific answer. So that's the thing which I do, right? I hope Sarvesh, Quickie, I've told about that, right? So let me take a question from Ravindra. If you have a question on Facebook, put it on the comments column. Ashish, if you have a question, Ashish Singh have asked a question. What is most important thing in life? What I tell people, there is 5 things which is most important in life. One is, see, now, as you know, most of the people on Instagram, I'm doing Instagram, Facebook, YouTube together, right? To see me visually much more better, it's always best Facebook and YouTube. You can directly see me talking in a wider angle, right? So if you want to move to YouTube, Facebook, feel free to do it. I control most of the stuff. Instagram, I need to come here and make those changes. YouTube, I can just click over here and do it. So the question from Facebook, okay, Sarvesh, Kriki, you got the answer. That is good. All thanks to God. So take that necessary action. Whoever your friend is or sister or whoever it is, take that action, or else you will live with guilt for a very, very long time. And then you will say, I have depression, I have all that, and etc., etc., etc. And this is going to work for you, right? First of all, if any relationship crosses the line, the value of the relationship doesn't exist. Right? If your father crosses the line, if your teachers cross the line, if your brother-in-law crosses the line, they are no more your brother-in-law, because he has crossed that limit. So if he has sexually abused you, not you or whichever the girl is, they have crossed the limit. So you also can cross the limit complaining against them. Don't say that I want to save my sister's life, because at the end of the day, if he has done something, he's going to do to some other girl. Maybe your voice or you going against that system would save another girl's life in future. So make sure you take that right decision, right? So back to Ashish Singh. Wait, hold on. Let me see Prasad's question. Okay, Prasad, I'll pin your question, but I will take it after Ashish's question on Facebook and YouTube. What is the most important thing in life? There are 5 most important things: relationship, education, health, finance, and love. Relationship, education, health, finance, and love. If you keep that in balance and if you keep growing on that every day, your life will all become positive, right? So that's the simple answer I can give to that. Prasad's question, Prasad Pujari. People say don't expect, but if we don't keep expectation, we start to think negative thoughts. But if we start positive thoughts, then expectation will start automatically hurt us. What my point is, I tell people is that do things because you love doing it. Full stop. That's it. It is over there. Don't expect anything in return. I'm here. See, now, for example, I'm doing this session. I'm coming every day answering your questions. There are audience coming and there's audience going, right? I don't control the audience coming and the audience going, but still I'm talking. Yeah, I'm not getting affected. Now, Facebook and YouTube, there's only 4 people watching, right? But still I'm talking to them. Why? Because if one person might have a difference in life after this session, that one person might stop that suicide. Now, this girl who raised up a topic, maybe she got the answer from her mental depression on a very future of this uncle harassing her, right? So the point here is, I'm not expecting anything in return. You don't control me. I'm going to come every Monday, talk. As long as the question comes, I'm going to talk. As long as there's one person, I'm going to talk. Can you control me? No. Can you hurt me? No. I do it because I love doing it. I do it because it matters for me, and that is it. Full stop. Nothing else more than that. And when I see it from that point of view, I'm never hurt. You people can never hurt me. You put the most negative feedback also. After that, I know I'll get one positive feedback. If there is 10 people are watching, 9 people are hating me, 1 person is liking me, I'll be talking to that 1 person. Because for me, that 1 person is more important. Can you hurt me? Can the 9 people hurt me? Because I'm only focused on that 1 person. I hope I have answered that question, Prasad. So, yeah. So what next? What's the next question? Same question? Who has the same question? Asna? There's a lot of happening on Instagram, right? So what is Asna saying? Everyone saying same question? Which is the same question? Okay, this is the question. I think everyone is saying same question. Is definition of success the same for everyone? No. But then, when you talk about growth, every success is positive, right? For example, when you take, for example, growth, and you growing from yesterday to today, last year to this year, is your definition or anyone's definition towards success. If that is your definition towards success, you are all moving towards that positive action only. So from that point of view, the definition of success is same. But then waking up at, some people are waking up at 6 o'clock, some people are waking up at 8 o'clock, some people have different timings required for that. So if you are waking up at 8 o'clock, you make it 7:45, that is success for you. But for a guy who's waking up at 6 o'clock is making it 5:45, that is success for him. So you can't define success same for everyone else, right? I hope I've answered that question. Oh, see, what can happen is so many comments are coming on Instagram, so it gets very difficult for me to figure it out. So that's the reason I actually taking vengeance. What does vengeance mean? VENGANCE. What does that mean? Revenge? Punishment, except from an injury. Voters are ready to wreak the vengeance on all. Okay, I think it's revenge, taking back, or this one. So I think that's what I mean, Dilip Kumar, when you say by, see, I'm not that good at English, right? I talk whatever I know quite very well, but some technical words, when you start bringing from that point of view, it's kind of very difficult for me to. There's further question you have asked. Again, I've already talked about revenging or taking vengeance, I think that's it's called. Lines of motivation. Thanks a lot for taking my question. My query is solved. Perfect. All thanks to God that you got the answer from this session, right? That's what. Feel free to ask me this question. I'm not here to make the name or fame or anything. My job is to give you this answers, and once you get the answer, you won't need me or any other motivators. My job is to self-motivate you. I do all this free of charge. All my sessions all around the world, whatever you see is done and was done completely free of charge, right? I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to give that one piece which you're looking for to solve your life doubts, one piece which you're looking for to make that fix to your life. That's all I do. Forget me after that. Figure out your life on your own. That is what I believe in, right? I've already talked about Dilip Kumar on this. Never ever take revenge for your enemies. Your revenge to enemies should be always your growth. When you start growing, that is an indirect revenge to your friends, and make sure you do that, right? So I hope I've answered that question. Next question, my opinion on law of attraction. Okay, my opinion on law of attraction, it is not complete, right? That is the biggest problem with this law. Most of the law of attraction could be, it's done with marketing, right? Because you have this fantasy that when you focus, when you grow, when you visualize, when you affirm, when you do all these things, then what is going to happen is things are going to materialize and come back into your life. But my point is, if you're a God believer, law of attraction will never work for you, right? Now that is for, I don't know, Asna, Siddiqui, you are a God believer or not? I don't know. If you're a God believer, then it makes it a little more easier for me to prove why law of attraction won't work for God believers. So let me make it very simple. You can attract things in life, provided you are really focused on that thing. For example, you can attract money. And you can attract money a lot also, and it will come to you also. But then what can happen is that you might lose your health in the process, or you might lose your family in the process, or you might lose various other things in the process. So make sure that doesn't work it out from that way. So for example, I already told this example last session also. You are trying to attract, you're a strong God believer, then forget law of attraction. Because what happens is that, okay, so I'll talk about God a little bit. So you are praying to God that you want a good life. So you are attracting Ferrari into your life. So I want Ferrari, Ferrari the fast car, right? Ferrari, I want Ferrari. But then God knows that if you are given a Ferrari, there are chances that because you might get so much of ego, and then you might actually meet with an accident and you're going to be hospitalized for that 1 year. How much ever you pray God for good life and you attract Ferrari, you're never ever going to get a Ferrari. You might get a Mercedes, or you might get a cycle to go from one destination. Maybe he might arrange a bus for you to go and reach there. But that point here you got to understand is you can attract stuff. If you go and look at the life of people who promote law of attraction, go and have a look at their life. They'll have, maybe they're single, maybe they have 2-3 wives. Like they have divorced and married. If they are the supreme guys of law of attraction, don't you think that they will get the right girl into their life in the first shot itself? Now, the other problem in law of attraction is when you're focusing on Ferrari, you suddenly see a red Mercedes going. And if your mind diverts to that, Mercedes, again, the law of attraction will begin to doubt. Hey, you want Ferrari or you want that? So law of attraction works, but what happens is that you might lose other things. My point, at the end, what does God or the universe want? To you to be a happy person. There are many people with a lot of money, but very frustrated, who's going to rob my money and go. There are many people who have created big business, always living in this threat, or always living there, someone is going to take my business and go, right? There are many things like that. So do you want that or you want that balance? But the balance is in the law of action. When you take positive actions, your life will become positive. When you become positive in education, when you become positive in your relationship, when you become positive in your health, when you become positive in loving God or whoever it is, positivity has to come to you. Why do you want to attract it? Why do you want to sit at one place and attract it? The other joke I always say, law of attraction is, you want to eat a fruit and the fruit is in front of you. You need to take the action and put it. You can try law of attraction. Oh, I need to eat this fruit. The fruit has to be given to me. It has to come into my mouth. You sit there. What happens? Your hunger will come. You will feel sick. You will go to the hospital and then the fruit will be given by the nurse. So you can attract it that way also. But make sure you don't do that. Right? And the law of attraction, you need complete focus. And in this disturbing world, it is very difficult to get this complete focus. So what happens? Let's give this fantasy concept of law of attraction and then apply it, which people can't. And if it doesn't work, you say you don't focus that much. If it works, oh, you're the lucky person, it worked. But at the end of the day, did you work hard work? Then the thing will come to you. Right? I hope I've answered that question, Asna. Let me take one question from YouTube. Alok, I've already taken your question, so I'll take someone who is new over here, right? So I have Facebook. Sir, I'm at the age of 21. Should a college student think about ways to make money unconventionally or focus on his studies and improve their skills on job? Do both. It's as simple as that. If you're a college student and you have ways to make money, make both. There is no problem in that. But make sure it doesn't affect you or your education, right? I worked and studied since the age of 18. I did all my degrees completely, not even taking a penny from my mother or father. After the age of 18, I never took a penny from my mother or father, right? Never took a rupee from my father, right? Because that was my belief. At the age of 18, I'm done. Parents stop taking care of me. I know how to take it off. And that is how I've built it up. So if you can do both, go ahead and do it, but make sure your education doesn't get affected, right? Khushi is asking, sir, please answer my question. Stuck between my past and my present relationship. Past one doesn't love me anymore, but the present one indeed perfect. What should I do? I really don't know what is your age. I think you are maybe somewhere around the youth. That is my understanding, based on which you're asking this question. So, first of all, why are you in this relationship? Right? That is one thing I always ask people. Like, why are you into this relationship? Right? Why this relationship is important for you? I always tell kids or youth that be someone first, then go after someone, because you're just going to complicate your life completely having this past. My first question about your present relationship is: are you going to marry this guy or not? If you're not going to marry this guy, get out of the relationship. Is your parents going to allow you to marry this guy or not? If you're not going to get out of it, then get out of the relationship, because I'm telling you, you or that guy is going to cry with time, because it's not going to happen. Right? So first thing is, why are you in relationship? For certain reason, right? So stop, find out ways to get out of it, be someone first, and then look into, so that at this age you don't complicate yourself in these relationships, you don't complicate yourself in the other things which is not required for you. Right? I know, Khushi, I didn't clearly answer the question because it's a very big discussion about past and present relationship and the one who doesn't love more. The main reason why, if you're married and if you are divorced and getting to marry and still that main reason is that you're comparing the past relationship with the present relationship. And when you start comparing, you'll be in the big mix, which will always mess up. Either you got to forget this, or you got to forget this, or forget both and live freely on whichever option you want, right? So guys, Instagram, Facebook, you can be a part of both. If you visually want to see much more better, come on Facebook, come on YouTube. It's much more easier. There's less people here, there's more people here. So what happens is that I might miss some of the questions. So I'm very sorry for that if I'm missing your questions. It's not that. Rashmika is asking, who is your motivation for this work? You people are my motivation to do this work, right? Because for me, at the end of the day, as long as I can answer your questions, I get motivated from that. When some person gets the answer, what they're looking for, running around, struggling, going for various courses, going for various other stuffs, my motivation is you people. As long as there's one person listening to me in any of the three media, I am going to talk. And as long as I talk, I am going to make that my best to answer that question. So my motivation is you people. As long as you keep asking me, I'll be motivated to do more. The day these numbers reduce, I will just stop doing it, right? So Instagram, feel free to come on YouTube, right, at the rate of Deek Parassini. So YouTube/Deek Parassini, you will see it much more better. And there's less people here. There's only 6 people here and there's 45 people on Instagram, right? So I want to get that balance, right? So if you are using YouTube or Facebook, come on YouTube. My attention is more because there's only 5 people asking me questions here. And I'm picking their same question again and again and again, which I feel bad about, right? So you're a motivation. All thanks to God, Asna. Thanks to Rashmika. Whose question? Keen. Because let me take a question. So Abhi is saying that wish all the luck. Our results are coming tomorrow, guys. I always tell people, Me wishing you is not going to change your life. The marks is already done. The guy who have corrected the paper is already done. Me wishing you, your numbers are not going to change from 20 to 25 miraculously, right? So wishes is just for your self-satisfaction. The truth is already there. The truth came when you start when you start writing the paper. When you wrote those answers, the truth was already out. So I don't control it. You had that time to control it. So wait for that marks and then figure it out, right? Are motivating people, are you getting inner peace? No. I don't want anything. I don't even want inner peace from getting the satisfaction or whatever it is. My job, the question is there, answer the question, and the job is done. That is all. I do it and work it on from there, right? Tell me something about myself. Okay, I'm a person who believes that life is all positive. There's nothing called negativity. I'll keep talking until the questions come. My job is to get you self-motivated so that you don't need any other motivators or me in future. My job is to give you certain answers of life which you're looking for so that you get the answers. I can fly on with your life. What I do is everything what I do it completely free of charge. All my sessions I've been doing for the last 3 years, all my college sessions which I do live, everything will be done free of charge for the rest of my life. I'm never ever going to take a penny for anyone. If you tell me, sir, I have this college who wants to do a session, I have my group, I have my community who wants to do the session, I will say yes, I will do it completely free of charge. I know people can call me crazy for doing it. I know I can make a lot of money doing my sessions, but then the whole world is charging. I thought, why not I do it free, right? So my objective was to do that. Why not I do it free and make a difference to the world to show that these things can be do it free. Any motivation around the world, people are talking. They're not talking anything new. They're already talking what the greats have already told. I don't know why they're charging such a big money for it. Yes, some people have made the thing as profession. Let them do that. I don't want to make it as a profession. I already have my job. I work as a regional sales manager for Middle East and South Asia. That's the job which I do. My focus is on that, and I keep doing that. I hope my summary, my education, I'm BSc in Business Administration from a US university. I've done my MBA from Birla Institute of Technology, India. I've done my MSc in Business Psychology from a UK university. So I've done US, Indian, and UK just to get the mix. And I've been working since the age of 18. From the last, how many? Now 16, 17 years, I've been working and studying my whole life. And yeah, that's just a quick summary of me, right? We have a WhatsApp group with almost around 12,000 people. I know it's crazy. How can a WhatsApp group have 12,000 people? Yes, we do have it. You can also be a part of it, where early morning we share messages. I have my own personal group which shares my content only, which is almost 1,000 plus people. We have a Life is All Possible Hindi group also, where all Hindi messages get shared. No charges. You can always feel free to be a part of it. All you got to do is to message me on my number, and I'm going to respond to that, right? So let me go back to the questions again. I hope I've talked a lot about it, right? Asna, you please tell me how to control anger. Damage my own things in anger. I'm doing meditation, thinking positive, but anger destroys me. See, I'm a person who believes that sitting at one corner and meditating is not going to change your life. But then having the meditation from the right people, from the right gurus, or who have achieved a lot in meditation, if you do that meditation, yes, with that guru's grace and your processes, it can improve. My point is quite very simple. Anger is 100% controllable. You show anger to someone who's weaker than you, you show anger someone who's stronger than you. So make that very simple, right? At the end of the day, when you have your younger brother, would you show the anger to the principal of your college? No, because you know, if I show that anger, they are going to throw you out, right? So understand this quite very easy. So you control anger. Best is, Asna, go and have a look at my YouTube video about anger management. That's why I tell people, come on YouTube. There's much more valuable content there, and that, right? So I hope. There's a question on the question section by Chanu. Where is Chanu? Where is Chanu? Chanu, I don't have your question in the question. Okay. Sir, what can a girl do if she's physically abused with a brother-in-law? I've already talked about it. I don't know. Why is this? Is this all these friends asking me the same question about one girl who got physically abused? Chano, what you do is, this is already saved and this will be always saved. Go and have a look at go and have a look at my YouTube. Go and have a look at this video talk later, and you will see the same thing. I've talked in detail. Not that another one, sir. Yes, then go and have a look at it. Go and have a look at it, and you will get to know another one. Yeah, so go and have a look at this video once again, Chanu, and you will get the answer, right? So I've completely talked about what a girl should do if his brother-in-law abuses her or sexually abuses her. It's a long talk which I've done. I don't want to repeat again. People will get bored. That's my YouTube channel. Most people are asking me, come on YouTube, guys. There's very less people asking me on YouTube. So feel free to be a part of that. Arpita Hegde, how to overcome bad situations? Is it accepting the situation or anything else? Never ever accept a bad situation, because if you accept the bad situation, you lose the battle, right? So your point here is how do I learn from this bad situation? When you start learning from this bad situation, that is when the difference of life begins to imply, right? For example, a bad situation has happened. Why did this happen to me? What mistakes did I do? How can I change from here? What improvements I need to do? When you start doing that, you're not accepting the situation. You're actually growing so that this situation doesn't repeat again. And that is what you got to do. There's another question. Is it important to take your inner self as your best vision? Yes, it is important. If your in is not think in positive sense, obviously your out won't be, right? So whatever you take from now, many people ask me this question of how to think positive and be positive. Listen to what is positivity, see what is positive, hear what is positive, eat what is positive, smell what is good, feel what is positive. I'm telling you, life will be positive with time, right? So make sure you get that fixed. I hope I've answered that question. What's this? Beyond your reach. I'm in my 12th year. Let me take that question. I'm in 12th this year and want to prepare for NIFT, but my parents want me to do engineering. If I go on telling them to convince them, let me tell you, I have tried 1,001 times and less. Okay, so you want to go to NIFT, which means it's to do with fashion designing. I think so, right? I think it's to do with fashion designing. NIFT is fashion designing, National Institute of Fashion something, right? Yeah, so NIFT is to do with fashion designing. So let's take it from this point of view. You're doing NIFT, you want to do NIFT. Your first point here is you need to stop, and instead of convincing your parents not to do engineering, you have to have a complete idea as to how you're going to build up your career through NIFT. Most people have this battle. Papa will say engineering, I will say fashion designing. So you both have this conflict right now. So what you need to do is that have a complete plan. Bachelor of whatever from NIFT. I'm going to start doing the next plan. After that, I'm going to work under a fashion designer. This is the salary I'm going to get. After that, with that salary, I'm going to open a fashion house. Once that fashion house, I'm going to design my own dress. When I design my own dress, people will buy that dress from me. For that, I can charge a certain thing. Then obviously celebrities will start, promoting my stuff. You should know a complete plan of how you're going to achieve that greatness or that money, because I know you also don't have an idea with that. That is point number one. And then start talking conversation with your parents. Now, parents still reject that. What to do? Let's take it from this point of view. First point you got to do is do engineering. Free time. Find the books which is there in Nifty. Open the book and start reading. Because slowly, you're going to build that experience on fashion designing. When you start building that experience of fashion designing, you start talking fashion language. And then maybe there will be a college show in your engineering college where you design different certain dress. And some of the judges will see that great design to find out who's after this. And they will say that, would you like to join our department as a designer? So you're doing engineering, but your capacity of fashion designing is so very high that you get appointed by a person who comes for a fashion show, who is a designer, and gets you that designer's job. So both way you can get to the dream which you want. So point number one, find the complete detail and talk to your parents. Point number two, do engineering, free time, fashion designing, fashion designing, fashion designing, fashion designing only. And then you are set. I hope beyond your reach have got that answer as to how to figure it out with his parents. Right? Okay, Chanu, smile buddy. I don't have a question here, so I really don't know what to do about it. Chauhan is asking a question. I'm going on YouTube and Facebook for something. There's a lot of questions have popped up from here, so let me answer that. Okay, before that, Chetan's question: how to learn a lot of languages? It's very simple. Speak, talk, hear that certain language, slowly you'll improve with time. Your local language you have listened based on your experience of what you have done. Beyond reach, you are showing a sad emoticon with heart, so that means it's not positive. I hope I've given you the answer beyond reach in the best. But I don't want that crying emoticon you're giving, that, oh, I'm stuck with engineering only, right? Never ever kill your dream. If you have a dream, keep working on it until you achieve it. Let your parents give you free education of engineering, but never ever kill your dream. If you start with that attitude, I'm telling you, you will reach fashion designing. It's a choice, right? So how can I learn different languages? I've always talked about language. Speak as much as you can. Listen to as much as you can. Practice, repeat what they're saying as much as you can. And that is how you do it from there, right? How to get rid of overthinking question on YouTube. Again, I always tell you, overthinking is because you have a lot of free time. When you have a lot of free time, make sure you take those free time and move it to action. So now this girl who wants to fashion designing, read fashion designing, fashion designing, fashion designing, and that way you will achieve that. And that is how you got to do it. It's as simple as that. How to focus on studies? You should know the value of studies. When you know the value of studies, the focus will come. So make sure you focus on that and then work it up from that point of view. Right? I'm going very, very quick answering. I like to join a call. My father's not allowing because of the society. Now find out, smiley buddy, what is wrong with the society and why your father's not allowing you to join that near district. So somewhere around there's something with the society which you don't know about. Make sure you get those information and do it. Now there's another last 20 minutes to go. 20, yeah. I will fast reply to it. So who's ever question? AR Squad, you're a YouTuber. Can you collaborate? Let me know. Just message me on my number on WhatsApp. I'll give you my number. Oops. 00971 562 996 446. That's my, oops. 00971 562 996 446. That's my number. Okay, so feel free to AR Squad to message me on WhatsApp 00975629996, and then we can figure out how do you want to collaborate, right? Shruti, let me see what your question is. My parents are not so comfortable with me. How should I come up with them? I really don't know why your parents are not comfortable with you. Is there any personal reason? I really don't know why they're not feeling comfortable with you. At the end of the day, I always tell people, find their story. What is making them think the way I'm thinking? Or they're not understanding you. When you say that AR Squad, make sure you mention AR Squad so I know it is you when you're sending me a WhatsApp message, right? So Shruti, see, when you say your parents are not comfortable with you, I really don't know what's the backup story behind it. Why don't you DM me or message me on Instagram and we can discuss, because I really need to know from your why your parents are uncomfortable. When you're born, I don't think they're uncomfortable with that. So best is just message me, please, and then we can just discuss and find out, because no parents are negative. It is the situations which make them negative. Once you know the situation, because since young, I'm not so open with them. Now, why are you not open with them? That is the next question, right? You have your parents, you have this loved ones. Why are you not open with them? There is a reason behind it, right? So you need to start seeing it from that point of view. I really don't. There's a lot of things I need to discuss, Shruti, with you. Message me because I'm going to ask more personal stuff and we can just go chatting and chatting and chatting. Now, guys, put your questions in the comments column. I'm going to pick it up very quickly. How to overcome depression by everyone is going ahead in life, posting on Instagram, YouTube, and I don't have anything how to overcome depression. Stop following your friends, unfollow them, and that is good. Then you will have no worries about it. So if everyone is going ahead, whoever is going ahead with life, unfollow them, unfriend them. That's it. You have no issues on that. And then start focusing on your life and start growing every day. Start working on every day. And that is how you do it. Right? And Chauhan, you have the same question of Shruti. I see. Parents, it's quite difficult for me. I need to understand where the parents are coming from. I need to understand what you are going through to understand where that gap is and fill that gap to understand that. Right? So Prachi, I hope I have answered that question. Introvert nature, I guess. See, introvert is a strength. Make sure you utilize it. Never ever differentiate with introvert as a weakness. It's good. If you're an introvert, be a very good introvert. You'll be successful in life. Every scientist is an introvert. Every focused engineer is an introvert. Every designer is an introvert. Every marketing guy is an extrovert. Every businessman is an extrovert. So you need both these introvert and extrovert people in this world to do a great life, right? Okay, Shiholic, if we give importance, they take us for granted. If we don't give, then they feel like we are not giving importance. How much importance should we give? So why are you revolving around outsiders? If you want to give importance to them, give them full stop. If you don't want to give, don't give full stop. Why do you want to make them give you a feedback of how much importance I have to give? Stop doing that. You're just wasting your time. Right? So how to win those who hate us? Chanu is asking, how to win those who hate us? Why do you want to win them? If it's not within your family, forget them. That's all. Right? Rani Koruwachi. How to convey our aim to our parents. I've already talked about Rani just few minutes ago about that. Why don't you go to YouTube, have a look at my video, and have a look at my video where I talk about parents and killing dream, and have a look at it. You'll get the answer, right? So Chetan is asking, sir, in the free time, I want to do something, develop myself, but I don't know what to do. Go and search. That's as simple as that. Listen to positive things. See how you can grow. Take care of your health. Read about health. There's so many things to do. Education, health, finance, and love. These are the four things. And education, love, finance. What's that? Relationship, yeah. Work on these 5 of these things. You have lots of things to do about that. Right? Okay, so that's that question from Chetan. I'm just going fast replying, right? So maybe I will not answer you completely. So make sure if I didn't. What's this Vaidu's 123's question? So I did this job, learned under a CA, then I'm not getting a job. Even I opened office, but then it was costly for me to pay the rent. I joined Eve transport family business, but I'm not interested in it. What? That's it. I think you have lined in completely. See, what can I do? Now, the point is not about that. Why don't you get into the account side of your transport family business? You are happy, your parents is happy, everyone is happy. That's as simple as that. And get that finance coming in. Maybe your dad won't pay for you, but get that experience so that you can start applying for other jobs with that experience. And that's how you work it through. Prince Verma have just flooded my question. How to chase your goal without getting hungry for motivation? How to chase your goal without getting hungry for motivation? First of all, you should know why you're doing your goal. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, automatically the motivation will come. It is as simple as that. I'm doing quick answers, so that's why I'm giving quick replies to whatever people are asking me. Right? Prachi is asking how to choose the right career, not getting the answer which career to choose and how to overcome that. Let me take a glass of water. Because initially I never used to drink water. I used to talk 4-5 years, but at the end of the day, it just screws up my throat. But after I drink the water, then my voice gets a little more harder and stronger also, right? So, okay. How to choose the right career? Hi, Hina. Good evening. How to choose the right career? First thing is you need to go back into your past. What's my favorite subject? When you know what's your favorite subject, you go back and find out this is the thing which I need to do. Once you start understanding that, what you need to do next is slowly find out your favorite subject and what career is there for that favorite subject. When you start finding that, there'll be a career which is going to find out. Go and work on that career and do it. The other way to understand your career is you go on to your future. You find a career and then work backwards and then see if you can reach that career. For example, maybe you're doing engineering. What is the future engineering plan? And then build it up, right? Asna's last question. My brother is an introvert, like antisocial. He has no friends. He's 18 years old. How to make him little extrovert? And as this is necessary for life, it is not necessary for life. If he's happy introvert, please don't change him to an extrovert. He is going to destroy himself. So leave him to be an introvert in his own world. He's trying to figure out something being an introvert. So leave him the best possible way he can, right? At the end of the day, is he studying well? Fine. If he's making his career, whichever way it is, fine. Oh, God save the world. But start with me, right? So yeah. So that's what it is. I hope I've answered most of your questions now. Last question is answer. How to gain confidence? Take small steps. When you take small steps, obviously. So Asna, the question here is if he's not talking to your family and not sharing anyone, he's not saying even hello, like he's not saying hi. He's saying like doesn't he watch movies with you people, or doesn't he watch TV shows with you? Doesn't mean that he has to share everything, right? Because the point here is different people have different level of understanding or different communications which they do. Make sure you give them that gap to make them understand. I don't know from where this cold came, right? It comes once in a while, right? So yeah, so what you need to do is that give him that space. Maybe he's too much into computer. I don't know what he's stuck with his phone and PUBG. Okay, so that's the problem. So it's not antisocial. He is just trying to run away from something. So he got addicted to his phone. So Asna, what you should do is start playing PUBG, right? Start playing PUBG on this phone and play PUBG with him. Be a part of his team. And that is how maybe you can bring him out of it. At the end of the day, that is how you got to build it up. I really don't know what your brother's going through. Maybe he had some crisis. Maybe suddenly he has become introvert. Then he had some crisis in his family, in his life, due to which he's doing it, right? Okay. Silent boy. How to manage time with studies and social life? Balance it all together. But give studies the important first. And when you have free time, he's saying me to PUBG too. Yeah, go ahead. Play that PUBG. Because sometimes what happens is that for introvert, they have a common topic. So when they have that common topic, to link or bond with them, you need to use that common topic to bring them towards your side. And once you have brought them towards their side, that is when you can influence them to get out of it. For example, I shouldn't be saying that. If a person is genuinely alcoholic, you need to be a part of them, understand his problem, maybe sip a fake alcohol and make him feel you're drinking it, so to influence you and bring it. The more you go close to the common subject which they are driven about. Now, for example, he's really focused on PUBG. Start talking about PUBG. I'll tell you, he will start opening and sharing everything. But what you do? No, PUBG is not good. you keep that gap, obviously he's going to keep that wall of this is anti-PUBG people around. So support PUBG, he will open up, and that is how you build it up, right? So coming back to Silent Boy, how to manage time with studies and social life, guys, it's the thing. Find out which is most important during certain times. Management of time of studies is important. When you have an exam in front of you, you don't go on social. When you have your leave, you go on social. And it's just that balancing which you have to do, right? I hope Silent Boy have answered the question, guys. That's it. I think I've talked enough. There is some questions in the questions section. Who are the guys who are decent enough to ask that? Let me just see that. Oops, what happened there? My screen got stuck. I can't open my question section. Or is my hand problem? 1 second. I can't answer my question. Okay, I got it. Fine. So what's this? I've answered most of the questions here. Yeah, that's it, I think. Oops. This is a question from Sharu Pereira. Oh, this is Shannon. Okay, great. Why students commit suicide and take wrong decisions? Hina, I know you've asked this question really quick. How to gain confidence? You have to take small steps. And when you take these small steps, you build up that confidence. Don't look at the top of the mountain and then feel less confidence. Second thing is stop comparing yourself to others, because every time when you compare, your confidence drops because you think that that person is better than you, right? So stop comparing, take small steps and reach to the top, right? Why committing suicide takes wrong decision, expected marks? Because of a lot of pressure put on the kids, right? Because parents put a lot of pressure, or the society puts a lot of pressure to the kids, and they compare themselves with someone greater, and they build up so much of stress where they think that when they don't get that expected marks, they think that they're not worth. And when they think that they are not worth, they crush themselves, and then you try to break it down, right? So the problem here is that it's not they're suiciding, they themselves feel that they are not worth for this world because they couldn't achieve it. And on top of it, when the girl doesn't get that marks, the parents will also make them feel further down that, oh, you're not worth it, you should have done that, and etc. And that is what actually a reason. There's many reasons for why that girl is suiciding. So take it from there, right? So let me take a question from, there's someone new who asked. So you know, where are you from? It looks like a very, I really don't know where you're from, right? So let me know. So how can you sleep early and not overthink about life? Because it's hard to sleep at night. It's not hard to sleep at night. Once I still know one guy gave me a call and said that, sir, I can't sleep in the night. I said, like, what happened? No, it's too dark and I can't sleep. I was like, okay, put a zero bulb light, zero bulb light, which is just light for the sake of it, and try to sleep. He slept for his life after that, right? So the point is not that you can't sleep. The point here is that you got to understand what is not allowing you to sleep. For example, if you want to sleep early, you need to shut down all the systems which keeps you active. You need to shut down all that thing. Here now you hear rock music and you go and try sleeping, you can never sleep, right? You watch a horror movie and you try to sleep, you can never sleep, right? And not overthink about life. It's because what happened, you don't have some answers to your life. That is why you tend to overthink a lot about that. So find the answers, start sleeping, make the surrounding, which is much more this one, and start working out. And the next day, try to wake up early. And when you start waking up early, automatically, it will figure out. Silent Boy is asking, what is my view on NoFap? What is NoFap? NoFap. I have no idea. NoFap, Porn Addiction Recovery, is a website. See, I really don't know what's that all about. Never heard of it. Obviously, I'll research about it, but I have no idea what's NoFap about. If you can tell me what is it quickly, I can tell you about it. Kartika, sometimes I feel like I can't do a work properly, which is given to me. How should keep trust on us? Now, see, I don't understand where you're coming from. Sometimes I feel that I can't do work properly. Can you eat your lunch properly? My answer will be yes, right? Can you eat your dinner properly? Yes. Can you walk properly? Yes. So those things you're doing properly because you know you can do it. Same way with practice, you can do anything from that point of view. No masturbation, no fap. What is fap? No porn addiction. It's no porn addiction, no masturbation. This is a very, what do you say? Some people can offend if I talk about this. I don't mind talking about it, but my suggestion: go on YouTube and go and search onto my go on YouTube on Asna. You already know my channel. Go on YouTube. Oh, and Silent Boy, you're already on YouTube. Go on YouTube, search for pornography addiction. Have a look at that video, and I think it will give you the answer from my point of how to get out of addiction of pornography, how to get out of all these stuffs. Right? I hope that is very clear for Silent Boy on Instagram. Right? So I hope I've answered the question of yo no more, and yeah. So sometimes I feel I can't do the work. So if you can walk properly, if you can do things properly, then I think you have no issues with it. Is just that those things, those things which is actually bothering you, right? It's because you just have this feeling that whatever I get, I am not doing it in my best possible way. If that is what you're thinking, then it's just your thought process problem. Because as long as you're walking, as long as you're studying, as long as you're doing those things properly, why do you see something else different from it? That is where the problem is, right? So Naveen is asking how to reduce sleeping quota. I don't know, why do you want to reduce it? Maybe you need 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. So make sure you sleep, and whichever way you want, do it. Right? Don't never say to reduce it. If you need 8 hours, 9 hours sleep, go ahead and sleep. But at the other time, you be so productive, so it starts helping you, right? That's it, guys. I hope I've answered most of my questions. There's a very last question I will take. Chauhan's question: sir, my confidence has gone below the earth. How to get confidence and bring it back? No one's confidence goes below the earth. You're in the earth, you will stay in the earth only. But what you need to do is stop and find out, come on the earth and find out what is that thing which actually broke your confidence. Somewhere you try to do something, you didn't get it, you feel demotivated and you break it, right? If that is the case, you got to change that. The other thing is, stop comparing yourself to someone else, because you're comparing yourself. If you're all alone in an island, I'm sure 90% of you people will have no issues of confidence, of no issues of anything else. So make sure you get that. I'm just giving quick answers to this. प्राची सिंह से, अगर लोग को काम अच्छा नहीं लगता और डिसरेस्पेक्ट का काम अच्छा, I don't understand the question. That is too much of Hindi for me to figure out, right? So, Naveen. So, no, I'm doing VWHF. Guys, I'm a very normal guy. I have no idea about these decoded languages which you're doing. Mansa, go and have a look at my YouTube video, Fear. Fear normally comes because of limited knowledge or information about a certain thing. If you're scared of ghost, somewhere around you don't have a clear idea about ghosts. If you're scared of snakes, somewhere around you don't have less information. That's it. Work from home. Now I'm doing work from home and I'm prepared for competitive exam this time only. So great. Work from home and prepare for a competitive exam and get that thing through. And take a break when you want to, but sleep. So if you don't sleep, it doesn't work out in that point, right? So that's it, guys. I think I've talked almost for 1 hour and 30 minutes, 28 minutes. So thank you, everyone. Silent Boy have asked a real quick question. Using social media necessary for students? Yes, provided you follow the right channel and the right pages so that your feed is right and positive. So Prachi is further asking the question, how to gain confidence if someone likes some work and does not? I didn't understand the question, Prachi, again. How to gain confidence, someone likes something work and does not like my work. How to gain confidence, somebody likes something and doesn't like my work. The point here is not about doesn't like my work or not. Do you love your work? If you love your work, keep doing it. Full stop. It is over there. Right? That's it, guys. It's time. Almost 1.5 hours I've talked. I have no idea how many people were focused listening to this, but I hope you people all learned. If you learned it, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, press the like button so it goes revolving around in your network if you like it. If you don't like it, forget it. Don't do it. I don't do it on force. And guys, if you people liked it, share it to the people. This will be saved anyways on YouTube and Facebook. You can look back to it. That person who asked about the brother-in-law, that is there further in my thing. You can. It's best to watch on YouTube. So feel free to do that and work it off. So I won't be there tomorrow for any show, but day after I'm going to come live again on the Call Me Deek show, where I'm going to call people and you can talk to me. You can talk to me. Just generally say hello. You can talk to say a serious problem, or you can talk to me in whichever way. On my WhatsApp, send me a number. So I will give you my number. I think in this I can just directly put a banner, right? Oops, I've lost that. So on 009715629964446, send me your number that you want to talk to me, and I will give you a call from phone to phone. That happens not Tuesday, every Wednesday, right? So next show happens on Wednesday. Next show is on Wednesday, 5 p.m. It's called the Call Me Deek show. I'm just going to call anyone who wants to talk to you. But if you want me to call you, you need to send me your name and why I should call you on my WhatsApp or on Instagram or on Facebook or on YouTube. I think YouTube doesn't work. Or on Facebook, and I will call you and we can have a conversation, right? So guys, thanks a lot for spending your precious time with me in being a part of the show. You have spent almost 1.5 hours. Please share my number. Hold on, let me type it down. 00971 562996446. Okay, 0097562996446. Okay, here I always 00971 562996446. If you want me to call you tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, not tomorrow. Tomorrow there's no show. On Wednesday, 5 o'clock, send me your name and your number and why I should call you. And for sure, I will call you and we can talk. We can talk about anything. Hi, hello, how are you? It's all good. Life is all positive. Sir, I've talked to you. My life is all positive. Anything and or if you have a problem you want to discuss, I'm going to sit and talk with you, right? So see you on Wednesday, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 5 p.m. to talk to you again on the Call Me Deek show. And let's rock that. It's the same number as WhatsApp. Yes, it's the same number of WhatsApp if you want to talk to me. But that's going to go happen live, right? So do you charge for the calls? Guys, everything what I do is free of charge. Get this point very clear. I don't charge for anything. 24 guy, I don't charge for anything what I do. Guys, as I told you, I'm just doing this purely for a giving back to the community. And I'm not going to charge for any of my services. If you're lucky enough, you're not lucky enough. If you plan to really come after me, you will get me. Some people send me a message, expect me to reply. But some people follow. If you follow, I'm going to respond to you. Right? But make sure you get my attention in some way or the other. And for sure, I will call you. I even do personal calls also to people. But then personal call, because if it's really private, which means that, oh, you got like this girl who got harassed by his brother-in-law and she's completely depressed. Like those people want to talk to me, send me that, sir, there's a serious problem in my life. This is what I'm going to shut down everything and give you people the top priority. Right? Because for me, serious cases are, and I don't want a lot of people to know about me also. I want limited people to know about me and get the answers, figure it out. Once the people who know me have figured it out, then I take a next set of people. Hi, Kriti, I'm signing out now. See you on Wednesday. Chauhan is asking, is there a WhatsApp group? Yes, you have my number. Singham, you're waiting to meet me. All you need to do is arrange a session anywhere in your city for your school or college. There you go. You meet me, right? So that's my number. If you want to be a part of my WhatsApp group, again, send me a message on that number to be a part of WhatsApp group. Kriti, let me close this talk by Kriti's question saying, can I know what teaching is? if you can transfer the information which you know and share it to someone else, and they understand the way you have understood, that is what teaching is. I hope I've answered the question. Ask me any question between birth and death. That is what I tell during the Ask Me Deek, but don't ask me one question of how I'm answering this question, because even I completely don't know how I'm answering this question. Question comes, the answer is given. And whatever you've learned from me, make sure to share it to the world in my name or in my name. Doesn't make any difference. My objective is just the positivity spread. It can spread through me, it can spread through you also. And if you start spreading it, you'll see your family spreading, you'll see the country spreading, and you'll see the world spreading. That's how you do it. So feel free to do it. And if you like anything what I say, put your name underneath that and spread it. Let's spread positivity. That's my plan. That's my target. And I'll keep doing that, right? Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure. And guys, Instagram, feel free to be a part of Facebook or YouTube. I'm telling Instagram, come on YouTube and Facebook. There's very less people asking, right? Kriti, you have joined late. No worries. This will be saved on. You can obviously have a look at it, and see you, everyone. It is a pleasure. Thanks a lot for spending your precious 1.5 hours who have sat for. It really means a lot for me that you spend this precious time with me. If you like the show, like it, share it, and let's push so much of positive in this world that negativity will cease to exist around you, right? Sir, we are meeting again on Wednesday at what time? At 5 o'clock. It's a Call Me Deek show where I'm going to call you and talk to you. If you want me to call you, WhatsApp me your number or Instagram or whatever it is, and let me know. I'll surely call you. So every show, I have four or five. I have. So Call Me Deek. Oh, damn. I don't know. I don't remember how many shows I have. Sorry. I have one on Sunday. No, I have 4 to my knowledge. Today is the Ask Me Deek show where I answer these questions. Tomorrow, there's no show. Day after is the Call Me Deek where I'm going to call people. The 3rd show is what? I totally forgot. Sorry. Wait, I think I have it here. Let me hold on. I'll give you a clip. Sometimes there's so many things which is going on. You tend to forget stuff. You're not a supreme being at the end of the day, right? I should have kept it. I normally keep it in my stuff. Hold on. I'll give you the correct details of the show. It doesn't look good, me looking like a guy who have no idea what I'm doing. Where's that gone? Oh God, save the world. I need to figure it out once again. So there's 4 shows which I do. Okay, I know where do I get it. Okay. There's 4 shows which I do. One is called the Ask Me Deek show, which I do every Monday from 5 o'clock. Then I have, sorry, I made a complete mess of everything, right? Okay, so my Wednesday show is called the Theme Deek show, which means in the Ask Deek show, we plan out a theme. So let me know what theme I need to pick for because last time it was job interview. So this time, sorry guys, let me just forget everything. Let me just restart the whole thing again because I completely messed it up. So Monday is the Ask Deek show where you can ask me any questions, whichever way you want and however you want. Then on Wednesday is the Theme Deek show. Theme Deek is I pick a topic or you people pick a topic and we do it. So let me know in the comments column, because last time it was job interview. Let me know what comments you want, or Facebook guys, put me a topic. So the first topic you put, I'm going to pick. Facebook, YouTube, put me a topic. Wherever the topic comes first, say topic this. So I'll pick that topic on the Ask Deek show. Sorry, on the Theme Deek show, right? So you have a topic, I'm waiting. Facebook, YouTube, what's the topic for the Wednesday's talk? And then Thursday is the Call Me Deek show where I call people and talk, right? So Monday, Ask Deek, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the okay. Depression is the topic. Nitin has picked up the topic as depression. So Wednesday, the topic I'm going to pick is depression. You can ask everything related to it. So all the questions will be related to depression. All the questions will be related from that point of view. So depression. So yeah, so everyone sounds good. So everyone wants to pick depression. So I will pick depression. Priyanka, everyone says depression. Okay, so Wednesday's talk is all about depression. Let me take it. For me, I'm a person who believes that depression doesn't exist. I don't know what I'm going to talk about because I believe it doesn't exist. So personal development. Okay, let's do personal development on the next week, right? So let's pick depression. I get a lot of thumbs up here on depression. So I will talk about depression on Wednesday. So let's pick on depression on Wednesday. And then after Wednesday, Thursday is the call me Deek. Everyone is saying self-improvement. Okay, let me take depression. Maybe next week I'll take a note. Next week I can do self-improvement, right? Now I am in depression. Yeah, no worries. So we can talk about depression on that. So, and after that, I do the Call Me Deek show, which I call people. As I said, pass me a number and I'll call you. Sundays, I call the VideoCon Deek show, right? That show is you can be a part of my video conference, right? You can see me live. That is more applicable on YouTube and Facebook. If you see my Sunday show, my last IGTV, you will see that it is more related to that, where you can be a part, or maximum 10 people can join in that show. So you can be a part of the video con. You will be also shown live in my YouTube and my Facebook stream, where you can also ask me questions in relation. So normally done for groups or person who want to interview me. So that happens on Sunday. It's completely booked for July. The next sessions are only open on August. So if you want to be a part of it, again, on my WhatsApp, tell me that you want to do it and we'll work it out from there, right? Thank you, everyone. It is a pleasure. Now you have a clear idea. Ask Deek, Theme Deek, Call Me Deek, and the VideoCon Deek. These are the 4 shows which I do. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I think I've clarified everything to my best possible way I can. I'll make my background that way so that you guys can. Chauhan is saying spirituality. I can talk about spirituality also, but sure, man, I'm here for a long time. Only for July. No, Priyanka, I'm booked for my VideoCon. All Sundays are booked till July. If you want to talk to me on VideoCon, then you need to. The dates are only available on August onwards, right? So that's what I meant to say. The show will go on throughout as long as I have time, or as long as I don't have any other commitments of traveling for my actual work or not, right? That's it. I've talked too much now. I think I need to take a break, right? So guys, thanks a lot for that. It is a pleasure. Most of you have commented a lot. Thanks a lot for giving that precious time, for putting those thumbs up. It means a lot to me. Yes, as you know, thank you everyone to spend this precious time with me. I think this is the longest I've ever talked after a long time, almost 1 hour and 45 minutes. So what's my real job? I work as a regional sales manager for Middle East and South Asia. That's the job which I do. Thank you, everyone. See you on the theme Deek, and the theme selected is depression. The theme selected is depression. It happens on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. See you. As I said, life is all positive. There's nothing called negative. And back to Facebook and YouTube. Life is all positive. There's nothing called negative. I'll sign out from YouTube first. Just give me a second. So that's signed out and broadcast.